started. Everybody is in. Let me just make sure I've got all the people in that have been trying to get in. Okay. Thank you everybody for joining us. We did have to move the meeting into our break room. SBA is set up in our conference room for the flood loan program. So hopefully, I think they're going to be done this week. So next meeting should be back to the conference room. Different things on the agenda. The first thing I put on there is club agreements. Just want to start the discussion, want to get into it more next month, but what do you want to see for our club agreements and how do you want it to work? So if there is comments that you want to start now, go ahead.
Hi, Steve. How are you? Good.
Hi, Steve.
Hey, Nick.
Hi. And if not, it's something I definitely want to get into more next month. But it is that time of year, so along with that, the trail ambassadors, you know, the intent of this is really a two-way communication between either the clubs or and our department working together to make it better. Some people that are trail ambassadors, we have not heard from them since they got their permits. So we're really going to have to review the program. Those that are working and reporting and helping us out, that's wonderful. We'd love to have you as ambassadors, but if we haven't heard from ambassadors at all throughout the year, they probably won't be renewed for next year. So I'm just putting it out there now, so it's not a big surprise. Our intent for the ambassadors is, but also to communicate to us what's going on. So if you are out there and are doing it as an ambassador but haven't reported to us, get a hold of me. Let me know. Okay. Updates. Lots of going on right now. Lee Gulf. We met with DEC the other day to review the Lee Gulf bridge crossings. They've upped our game and now are requiring seekers for each of the locations done individually. And some extra steps. I don't know if this is because of the trail system or the location because of the sensitivity of the area. Stephen Herkins was there. He wants it all to be one contract. So I am heading out with Michelle tomorrow to get the other 3 locations finalized and the information to him so that we will have permits for next year. It does not look like we will be getting the bridges in this year. The deadline for cutting off for working in streams is usually September 15th, and they waited to meet with us on September 16th. So we'll keep doing with that, and we're going to push for the other ones that are in the queue for trail development to try to get all of our permitting done in advance of the crew starting in the spring. So we got a few others that we're working on, but I'm hoping that'll go good. We did finally get our DOT permit for the Ives Road crossing. The hard part is some of that will need to be coordinated with the highway department because we do not have the equipment, cones, flaggers needed to do the job. So it's, and right now they're busy putting temporary bridges in. So Tim did mention to me that we have an IMA with the state, so maybe it's something we can coordinate with them. And I am going to meet with the local regional engineer to see what we can get done there. We do have the other 2 outstanding for the crossings on 12 in Glenfield from Glendale Road and from Main Street. And they did not give us those permits yet. I really want to do all 3 at the same time because they require a warm mix apron on all 3 locations. So I'm hoping the other 2 will come in this week. We had our grand opening at Singing Waters, and it was amazing, beautiful day. It's so exciting that we're open and official and have our Department of Health approval. So other ones that have come in, Raven Acres has reached out and done an access agreement, and I'm working on getting the road open to their driveway and then the trail through. So hopefully those seekers will be done next month. We'll set the public hearing for the following month and the vote from there. Town Line Road is officially not a road, so we have all of our landowner agreements in place for that, and the seeker is in to be done. Same situation with Raven Acres. The seeker, we're waiting for seeker to be completed so we can set the public hearing. So there is a lot that will be coming through this winter that we're trying to wrap up. And hopefully by spring we'll have a lot more to add to the trail system. So that everybody knows, trails officially close October 15th. Great Lots are already closed. The Bald Mountain Trail is already closed. There's a few other areas that we will close early. Lee Gulf was one of those, and it is for hunting season. I don't know what that was.
Somebody's driving.
Somebody's driving, okay. So everybody knows I'm still working on our connections. I do have everything as far as Martinsburg to Glenfield. We're just waiting for the seekers to be done on that, and I pre-submitted the DOT permits because I didn't want to wait on those, and I'm pretty sure that the legislators are on board with getting our community connectors open. The Glenfield to Watson into Beaches Bridge, I'm getting closer. I have both ends of number 4 road, but I need a few more in between, and I need more on Pine Grove and Gregg Road. So still working on that, and when I do the Gregg, I might do an extension out to try to get it into Lions Falls. And then this winter's project would be continuing to try to get the Osceola as well. So a lot on our plate. It's a lot going on as far as expansions for the community outreach. The other big thing going on is I posted today, the guys have started the sign initiative. Black River Valley 4-Wheeler Club got a grant for some trail signage, and the crew's been installing the posts today. We're waiting, once that's done, everything was graded and leveled on Middle Road. They designated the trail for names, and we'll get those signs in and up hopefully before the end of the season. So totals for 24 versus 23 were on the agenda. The 2025 permits are on sale now. And unfortunately, because everything has been so busy, I have not started the map update for 2025. I'm hoping to get the DASNY grant information updated by the end of this month so that I can start the map in October. So thank you for everybody that did sponsor our map, get advertised on it. We will definitely get it out before January. Kristen will be bugging me, but yes, I will get to it soon. So, round table. Do you want to go first, Steve?
Well, I really kind of knew it coming up here again, Jackie, so I got quite all the information, but our county.
Just introduce yourself,
I'm
too.
Steve Crock, President of Seward County ATV Club. And our county is now wanting to finally get on board and work the permit program out with Lewis County and other counties. I think St. Lawrence wants to get involved, the last I heard, but I don't know too much about it. But we had a couple of issues on the stickers and how you do your stickers with the numbers on the stickers. So I brought a sticker with me just to have you maybe show me. This is our little, every year they change colors, but you put your number to match the registration, or you put a number on there, and when they get the registration or the permit, as you call it, go with the same permit system. I believe that's what our county officials wanna do. And, of course, Tim and Terry, those guys wanna have a meeting with you and, you know,
Yeah.
sit down where we can all talk and, you know, work this out and make it work, because there's no more single club's gonna try to run everything. We've got to get together and put it all together, make it work. And, so that's what my whole point in this meeting here today is. And if you could explain to me how these stickers work and how your number on a sticker, I mean, how do you get them printed with the individual number on each one? I'm kind of.
So our printer starts at number 1 and goes to, usually we order 5,000, so.
We usually around
each-
3,000.
So it's just a consecutive number that's added by the printer.
And could I possibly get your printer's name, see if we can get something
Yeah.
financially
I'll
done
get
with
it for
him,
you.
because it's our printer saving an awful lot of
I'll
money
have
for
to look
this.
it up.
It's Inkwell Graphics that
Yeah.
we go through,
Yeah,
I need
but
to-
there's others
yeah.
as well, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll check with my own first, but I mean, we definitely would wanna get hooked up and, you know, make things work. And, again, I'm getting older, I'm not gonna be here forever, and I'm, you know, wanna get things off the ground and going for everybody so that we have a joint ride again, you know, or
Yeah.
try to and do everything we can. And, I just don't know where to start, so I thought I'd come to this meeting tonight. And then, I think some of our county people are online with you here at this meeting now, so,
Yep, I think a few of them are on.
yeah.
We did wanna do a regional approach, as far as permitting and discounts between groups, so I think that's something that's already been brought up. I think if everybody works together, promotes each other,
Well,
that's
Jackie,
the
we got
best
the
way to do
snowmobile
it.
trails all together, why can't the ATV trails, you know,
Right.
and do our thing that way and make it one big turn for the better.
Yep, so I think that probably October I keep saying when things slow down, they never
We
slow
never
down. I'm hoping in October we can do a regional meeting
Right.
with all the,
I don't think any of my legislators or chairman here, there's just got any problem with meeting in October and getting us rolling, because they want everything going by the 1st of
Yeah.
April if we can, so when our club opens up again in the, you know, middle of April, so I'm shooting for that same date too, if we can make
Okay.
it work.
alright. Yeah, I think they're on board with it, and I'm definitely on board with it, and I know that was one of my objectives this year, is to get more of a regional approach, so definitely need to get that on the list.
And I'm, you know, my road stops here, whether you go on to the next county above you, that's, you know, it's a different story, but we wanna get hooked up here.
Right, and to be able to share the information.
Right, right.
I get so many questions on
Yeah.
other counties, and I don't wanna verify because I don't know. So I think if we know or can point to a
Well,
direction.
I'm sure our county representatives will have a representative here, you know, at some of your meetings now, once it gets rolling, but I will try to make them too, you know, as
Yep.
club president, and do what I can do to help you with that part of it.
Perfect.
See where we go from there.
Right, and I think the more we have working together and moving ahead will help, definitely. Okay, Candy, do you have anything?
Nope.
John?
Just, we voted at our last meeting, we're gonna be donating $500 to the Carthage Food Pantry. We're gonna donate $500 to Lewis County Public Transportation, or volunteer transportation.
That's nice.
Yeah, very
And
nice.
as far as me being an ambassador, I've only been out a couple of times,
But you've also contacted Ryan.
but I did contact Ryan, and I don't wanna say it, I should be going out more than I have, and,
Life gets in the way.
huh?
Life gets in the way, so it's
But-
not that, we've have some that we've never seen them, never heard from them, I don't know if they're doing anything.
But I think from your end of it, we should be participating in helping you out, and Ryan, and
We can't be on all the trails all the
Right.
time. It's
Right.
like,
Well, and that's with the sign initiative, we're missing, signs have been stolen in so many
and we
locations.
need somebody to report it.
All the
Yeah.
time with us, constant.
but I will say I know Clay and the rest of them 4 or 5 times, and
Yeah.
I've been in contact
I know
with
Clay
Ryan.
has, and I don't know if you ride in a group, if you
Yeah,
do,
we
just
ride
let
in
me
a group
know
and we,
who's in your group.
okay, because we were just going, like, there'd be like 3 or 4 of us in the group, and then, okay, you write the report this time, next time this guy.
Right, as long as I know, if you're going with a group,
Okay,
whoever is reporting, but I don't know if you're the one that's
Right.
always reporting who's riding with you, so
No,
that's
Usually,
where
it was
just,
between me, Sean, and Phil that did most of the reports this year.
okay,
Chad rode with us, but he didn't
right,
do the
right.
report.
No, and that's what I need to know, as long as they're out riding, that's, I don't have a problem with that, but it's, are they riding and not communicating? Like,
Okay.
somebody in your group is communicating, I don't care if it's always you, you might, but they, they won't, okay?
What about the fork
The
show?
other one, we aren't scheduled to have any more meetings till next spring.
Okay,
What's that?
The Forks Road, not the Forks, what's the other doing the logging on?
Oh, the Cronk, we're still logging on the Cronk Trail.
Yeah.
Nothing on that yet.
they haven't been in all summer, it's been too hot.
That, from my viewpoint, is,
Well, and then with Whitesville's bridge being out, it's
it'll
not
be next
convenient
spring before you
anyways.
can even consider doing anything, once they do get off that property.
Yeah, they're supposed to do all the cleanup, so hopefully it is.
Yeah,
The-
I was up there that one day and,
Not yet, no, it's
I
not
mean, I
even
didn't
closed
go
yet.
in, I just went up to look in and
Yeah,
just from the road, it was a disaster.
yeah, yeah.
That's all I have.
Okay, Mike?
Our annual last end of the year meeting's October 5th at the Glenfield Fire Hall. 11 o'clock's our meeting. 12 o'clock we'll eat. We're gonna have 4 new board members, hopefully. A new vice president, if I can find somebody. And, yeah, Singing Waters, went up the other day, it looks, words can't even express, how
It's
great that is.
amazing.
It really is, it's really.
We're pretty proud of it.
It's really something. And thank you for doing the work on the Mill Road today. Appreciate that. I had to go to Watertown. You think next year that front could be a parking lot? So people park?
They're already working on
Are they? Okay. Okay. The Ride for Ryan ride went really great. The numbers were down maybe 75 or so.
They were down a little bit.
Down a little bit.
it. Do you think that was because of the
It was a
location?
rotten day.
It was, yeah,
The
the weather
location,
was.
having it that drift in,
Somebody said they liked it better.
well, it's better, 100% better. I hate to say that, but it's really a nice place to be. I think the number of machines we counted was accurate, but we missed people because there must have been, I bet you 3 dozen UTVs, doors, windows, and the windows, even the front windshields were pitch black,
Oh, they're tinted and,
tinted. They were worse than gloss black. It was all we could see maybe a top of a head in there or something, but well, I don't see how they even could see the drive. But the number of machines we counted was 100% accurate. I sent you the numbers, didn't I? Maybe not. I'll do it when I get home. We might have missed some people in the machines. I don't know, but just the tinted windows, I never seen nothing like it in my life. It's impossible they could even drive, but it went good. They're gonna have it next year, hopefully, and they're gonna see where it's gonna go from there, because it's gone on pretty good, and
the original plan was next year was gonna be the end,
Yeah,
for
it's,
20 years.
yeah, they got so
But
much, there's so much money in that endowment fund that it's just,
Last
it
year,
can go on for
they
a
ended up
long
giving
time.
2 sizable
$2,000-3,000 grants.
grants to
Yeah.
students
That's awesome.
instead of just one.
Yeah, so.
But it is, they said it's a lot of work putting this thing
Yeah,
together.
it is, yeah, and they've been nothing's ever happened, they've been, been pretty good. Our club website and Facebook page, I wanna upgrade that. It's cause I've looked at your guys's, website and High Market and, Boonville's, and our website is, our website is more than poor. So if anybody knows anybody that is really good into making a nice
Designing
website,
those.
designing that, I mean, we got money to take care of it. If you go to a store or a business, you're gonna spend a lot of money, so. So if anybody knows anybody, it's, got the whole winter to work on it, but yeah, we gotta do something, because our Facebook page and website aren't even together.
They aren't linked.
No, they're not.
So anytime you guys change a link, you need to let us know so that our
Right.
Yeah.
information
Yeah.
can stay up to date. Sherry's caught a few of them that
Okay.
weren't up to date.
Yeah. So,
Anything else?
Trying to go.
no.
Sherry, do you have anything? you
Oh, I
wanna
do,
add?
yeah, a bunch of wheelers and side-by-sides visited Arby's a couple Sundays ago, so,
Arby's?
yeah. Yeah, they came down I didn't see it, like, they came down 26 from Martinsburg, they went to Snow Cone, Yucca Boulevard, got gas, and then went to Arby's to eat, so.
Well-
Then they left, going back up to
Don't-
Martinsburg.
They should have been probably taking it.
On that note, we heard complaints that for the buck run, that they are running right down 177 the day of the buck run.
To get to Tuggers?
Yeah.
Didn't use our trail?
No, well, no, they were even, because of the bridge out, they were coming up from Copenhagen, coming off the Rock Road
And just running.
and just running, or even coming up from off the McDonald Road and just running right down 177. We did hear that.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Doesn't
Well,
surprise me.
That's okay, John, you gotta think about it this way, we got some that run from Carthage to Harrisville, right up Route 3, nobody looks at them.
Well, I mean, the state doesn't
All
recognize
right,
it.
let's not go there.
Okay.
We're not going there, Candy, I just
Sherry.
said, don't worry about it.
On a different note, I'm just stating the fact, as long as they not being recognized, what's the big deal? Okay, with our new permits, our club membership still say 2004, though our permits are 2025.
5.
Yeah, and do you want it to stay 2024 till January, or do you want me to change it with the permits? I need to know this from the
For
club.
each of the clubs.
And it has to be, you have to agree, because we only have that one line
One
that
line.
says, you know, the clubs. When I sell a permit and they buy, get into a club too, do you want it to still be 2024 and only be good till
Ours,
the end of December?
Ours,
ours started new.
I'd rather have you start it to
Yes.
2025.
that's what ours is,
So you want the clubs to start 25 along with our permits?
yes.
That makes,
Yes,
25, okay. I need to know that to change the verbiage, and I didn't know what Lauren did in the past, so.
Yeah, the memberships that we just started selling this month to next
25.
year's.
2025.
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't want that, I guess you'll have to let me know. I mean, we can only do one or the other.
One or the other.
Right.
One thing I forgot to mention, Jackie, when you had me on it, was, how does your clubs and your permit program work together? My county people wanted me to ask that question, and I forgot to,
So that's the first part on the agenda, the club agreement. And, what do you wanna see, how do you want it to work? We've done a formal contract before when they had insurance, and it was trail work. With the loss of insurance, it's kinda gone more to the ambassador program, where they help us by keeping track of things.
well, according to what I'm understanding, my county officials, that I've talked to today and whatnot, they wanna take over the complete trail system and, have the insurance and everything on it. Then where does the clubs fit in? How do we work that as a club? Do we stay a club, or do we dissolve the club and it's just a county ride, or how do we do that? That's,
So our trail system is ours, but there are clubs with trails. And we do, it's like a mutual promotion. So obviously with our permit, you get a $20 discount if you're a member of one of the clubs that's helping us on the trail system. So, this year, to date, we've sold over $17,000 in club memberships for the clubs. So we reimburse them for memberships, it's bought with the permit. So, that's where
so
this comes into play.
The
So
club-
we,
say the Oswego County ATV Club could help the Oswego County, club, politicians club, as I call it, and get that to work together, then we could work out our own agreements with those.
right, and that would be how you wanna interact with
I
them
hope my
and
guys
what
are
they
hearing-
want
hearing what
you
I'm
to
talking
do.
about here. I hope they can hear us all right,
Right.
and know where I'm
Well,
at with
Tim
it.
and Don are both on, so I'm
Okay.
thinking they're the two. But, yeah, so it is our trail system, we administer the permits, but we do club agreements.
And some of your clubs own property or something, you know, like
Yeah,
the clubhouse
so
and
High
stuff like
Market
that,
Wheelers
so we
has
still-
some of its
okay,
own
okay,
trails
that's what I wanted to find out
that they
about, yeah.
maintain and do themselves. The permit isn't required on their trails. So that is a different,
Well, we would set it up so it would be required,
Okay.
you know, joint trails, and it would be required, they'd have to have a friend to ride our trails as well
right,
as anything
so
else,
our
so.
trails that require the permit, the county has the contract with the landowner.
Yeah, they would have here too, I mean, there's a couple of them, we probably still have to have the contract.
Right,
with,
and that was a situation, some of their landowners didn't wanna be part of the county, so,
So that's why they'd be part of the club then, you
yeah,
know, so
and
we'd
then
be
the
part
club
of the
would be
county.
responsible
Yes.
for the insurance,
I hope
yeah.
Terry and Don, or Tim and Don are hearing that, all right, but, you know, we can work that in and make it work.
Yep.
All right, thank you for letting me
Yep.
cut back in.
Anything else, Sherry?
Yeah, your club membership reimbursement will probably be going to once a month, you know, for a few
We're
months.
slowing down, yeah.
We're slowing down, and then when we pick up, I'll start doing it twice a month
Twice a month.
again, okay? And, I just wanted to put this out here, if there's any interest in setting up organized rides next year.
We're getting a lot of
We're getting a lot of calls and wanna know if we have any organized rides in our area. And I thought even if the clubs could do one a month, each club in their area, and organize it so we know, we can put it on our
Put it-
site. And
where they're meeting, what time, and
Yeah.
go from there.
So I can say, yeah, you know, all our clubs offer
We
that.
used to do it and kinda got away from it.
I ain't getting cause we're getting a lot more families that wanna ride
And don't know the
And
area.
and
know
don't
the
know
area.
the area, and I get calls while they're on the trail and they'll say, I'm here, some local told me go this way, but it's not on the map. And I said, well, you need to follow the map that's open, it might be a little bit longer to get where you're going.
But not everybody knows how to read a map, is what I
Yeah, they don't
found.
all know, but it's so much better if you're organized and following somebody that knows what they're doing.
But there again, you got somebody who has the time to do it,
Yes,
and that's another thing, is finding people that can do this thing once a month.
that's why I thought, well, if you could, you know, as a club,
Well, your club
We
used to
can't
do a
even get
Thursday
anybody to work
ride.
during the
Yeah.
weekends.
We have
on our
incidences
block.
where they're using the GPSs on these machines, and the GPSs are showing roads that are not open. They're saying they're open to ATVs, and they're not, I mean, on Main Street, Mexico Street through Elmar is not open, and it was bad accident there Saturday afternoon, and not ATVs, car accident. 6 machines, well, I'm directing traffic, I'm a fireman too, and 6 machines pulled up. I told them, you're not supposed to be on this street. Show up here on GPS, we're lit up, said it's open, and it's
Do you
not.
know, which program they're using?
Nah, you know, they were strangers, I didn't know who they were or anything, I was just trying to get them going the right way.
I've been trying to update our layer with Onyx, Polaris Command,
Mhm.
there's 2 others, and I just had another outreach. The biggest thing is contacting them and saying the layers are incorrect and try to help them get them on there correct, because a lot of times they're going off of hearsay. I found snowmobile layer is sometimes converted to ATV, and it's not how things work in New York.
Yep. So
So,
my question then, or by looking for the answer is, if I stop these guys that are riding illegal on the roads that are not open and their GPS is saying it is open, then we'll find out what company
What
are
company
you.
it
Okay,
is,
then
yeah.
we can handle it there. Then. All right.
Yeah,
Our
that's-
trail's closed September 30th. So we're
Yours
not open
closed.
yet. Yeah. 2 of them closed today, I mean, hunters that had them closed, but our main trail's closed the 30th, which is next Monday.
yeah. And we get a lot of questions on if the roads stay open. Biggest thing to remind everybody is the roads do stay open, but if they need the trail to connect, that's where they need to be careful.
Well, my point of question on that was, and people passed that, Jackie, was if, according to vehicle and traffic law, there has to be a trail for the road to be open, so if the road's closed, or the trail's closed out, can the road be open? And that's the question I'm getting at.
We have multiple towns where every town road is open, so that's the difference.
Okay, so the road will stay open then, I don't
Yes.
have to say they're, okay, that's what I needed to.
It's the hard part is if you need a section of trail to get to the next road,
Can't use the trail.
right, you can't use the trail, so then are you illegally riding,
September's
so.
totals, these are August totals.
Okay, Clay, do you have anything else you wanna add?
Yeah, that Ryan's ride, yeah, it went pretty smooth, other than I was up to my waist in water. I had to go around the dirt bike, and it kinda caught me
He
and
thought
slung
it
me.
was a car wash, he drove in.
That was the only issue we really had. I did do me and a group of us went up to Cape Vincent Road Saturday.
How was that ride?
It was a really good, decent ride. A lot of private property that we were on. We hit a couple paved roads and a couple dirt roads. They had 3 or 4 different stops where they just sat and intermingled with everybody.
Was that a club thing or?
No,
was that
it's just somebody, a family that puts it on and they help. I don't know, like people that need help, like somebody with cancer.
Oh, yeah, like a benefit, right?
Yep, they're helping one guy this year, and then they're helping old folks home in another establishment up there. They had over 200 machines, 700 people, and they had a Yeti cooler that went for auction for $5,800.
Holy, wow.
That was the question that I had, because I saw that listed, and I know it was Stephen J. Hall and
Yep.
his family who put it on, but it's kinda nice to know what's the benefit for.
Yep, last year they helped 6
That would
different
have been probably the
families.
nicest thing, and I've known Steve for years, I'll probably ask him that question, hey, next year, why don't you just put a little more to it, other than just annual benefit ride? Benefit ride for what?
Well, when I first saw it, I saw it on that Hog Wheeler page. And
Jailhogs.
then I sent them a message, the Halls, I sent them a message, I'm like, hey, I'd like more information on this, might be able to bring some of our club members up to ride it in this, as long as we know what it's for and what's going on. And he's like, well, last year what we did is we helped 6 different families with cancer. And then I'm like, okay, it seemed legit to go up and ride. Well, we get up there, and they got this big area with nothing but stuff that had to auction off. Gary Johnson, or not Gary, one that owns a lumber mill. A pallet full of tongue and groove pork.
Oh, nice.
They had
Ron or Bob.
yeah, they had all kinds of DeWalt tools that they auctioned off. They had a John Deere pedal tractor that they auctioned.
Nice.
But I couldn't believe that Yeti cooler went for $5,800.
Wow.
There
Was it empty?
Yeah, there was 3 construction companies bidding on it.
Right, and it's the idea for the benefit.
Yeah.
That was the only, I didn't go, because that was one of the reasons that, what's benefit
So
for.
is the trails that they ride, are they just for the day, or is it something
Yeah,
that they
well,
have?
it's something. When they first started it 12 years ago, because they've been doing it for 12, but 9 of the years were for benefit. He said when they first got together, it was just a bunch of them going out and just ride.
So it's
I
just
don't
a
think it
day.
is, because nothing pulled up on my map for it.
No,
Okay.
there's no trail system over there.
Okay, that's
It
what
was
I
about a
thought.
20-mile ride altogether.
Cause I think you guys might have come out of, I know you come out of Tibbetts Point, and I think you probably went up heading towards Wilson's Beach.
Yep.
That way, Mud Bay that way, and then worked your way back down.
Yeah, we
and
stopped
ended
at
up
some
Steve
pizza
Hall.
place.
Yeah.
We went to the Hall's hunting campground, rode in there. Like I said, all over the place. These are some of the pictures from.
Yeah, I saw most of those. I didn't see any of the other stuff.
But they said next year's date is 9/20/25 for their next that ride again
Yeah.
next year.
And I know I'll see Steve though, and I'll ask him, hey, would you put on a little more to that so you understand what it's benefit for?
Wayne, you have anything?
Really not a lot, because I haven't been able to ride a whole lot this summer.
Okay. Michelle?
But I will say that I did make a trip and got something to Ryan at least.
Thank you. Michelle Gamble, you wanted to go next?
Yeah, so, we just had a meeting. We were waiting for the buck run, and now we're gonna close our trails down. We are gonna
This
have
weekend?
elections next month. Our last meeting is October 12th. We voted on donations for the end of the year. We have $1,000 going to the Seville Firehouse, and we have 500 to 2 of our local food pantries. And I really don't know what's going to happen with the club, Jackie, because all 4 of us officers have decided to call it a day.
Okay.
Yeah, and makes you wonder how we can learn how we can protect against it.
What date are you closing your trails?
I'm waiting on 3 of the other volunteers to give me a date that they can help us with. So I'm hoping for next Sunday they'll be closed.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we catch your posts that they're closed. So
Yeah,
that
I will post something as soon as the trails are closed, but I'm shooting for the 29th.
Okay. Can you keep me updated as far as the club and?
Of course I will.
Okay. And then
Because that affects
depending on,
trails, that also, we carry our own insurance. It affects a lot of stuff.
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's hard for you guys, but anything we can do to help, let me know, okay?
Yeah, well, if I get people that want to step up and take on these positions, that would be great. But so far, no such luck.
Okay.
All right.
Anything else, Michelle?
No, that's about it.
Okay. Wendy?
Hello?
Do you have anything you want to
No.
add? Okay. Larry?
I'm all set, Jax, thanks.
Okay. Tim, do you want to go?
Well, good evening, everyone. I don't really have anything to add at the moment. I want to again thank you all for letting us sit in on this. I do really appreciate all the help that Jackie has been to us here, and we really are looking for ways to really grow our ATV traffic here in this county. So again, I want to thank Steve for being there and speaking so well to what we're looking to accomplish as well.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. Don?
Good to see you.
You can lose him? Okay. Call him and he backs out. I don't know if he hit the wrong button. Greg?
My club now, he is likely telling me.
Yeah, everything went well for the buck run for us. We've had some pretty positive feedback on the whole thing, we're still gonna have it. We have to wait to get the final numbers together and everything. The winner we had was from Pennsylvania, Sandy Fowler. We'll be putting all that stuff on a Facebook page and everything else to make sure that once we get everything ironed out and get all the final numbers together. But other than that, we're just we're gonna have our closeout meeting for the buck run on next year's buck run is going to be September 20th. I guess the same as that other that Ryan's ride, but that's what we had already decided on.
Okay.
So, other than, I apologize. We're driving right now, but we're trying to keep involved here.
No,
and the only other question I have is how the rest of the meeting went with the DEC for the Slipka Road entrance there.
So they're making us do individual seekers on each of the locations and one group submission before they'll approve or disapprove, but they visited each of the locations and Michelle's got a final review on the one location tomorrow. So I'm hoping everything will be in and together, and by spring we'll be ready to go as soon as they'll let us in.
It sounded positive from DEC that they would, they're leaning more towards approving it.
So I'm hoping they will. I kind of threw him under the bus when he told me he disapproved the other location, and he tried to tell me he didn't. And that it took 6 months after contacting them for them to give us a letter that they needed more information. So hopefully now that we've met and he knows who we are and how we're dealing with it with soil and water, there won't be the issues. But we're also gonna try to get as many done ahead of time as we can.
Oh, okay. And then will the other section of that trail open up before the season closes out, or is it, we just still have to wait for the culvert? Okay.
No, I'm guessing not due to, you know, we're running short on time. What do we got, 2 weeks left, 3?
Right.
So,
Is there anything the club can help out with getting that culvert pipe put in down there across from Lee Golf, or is that just something you're still waiting for the permit on?
we got the permit on that, it's the warm mix installation, and the road, like having 3 flaggers, 150 cones, the cones have to be this
Okay.
size.
Yeah,
That's-
I get that. Yeah, there's definitely, I know for doing a road crossing, it's quite a headache.
Yeah, so that and then the inspector for the DOT. So we're hoping it'll come together. The hard part is I can't just pull highway because highway's dealing with installing the temporary bridges at all the areas that washed out during the storm. So
Right.
it's just gonna take a little while. And because it's such a short time frame and with hunting season, I don't wanna have issues the first year with our landowner, so.
Got it.
I
All
just
right,
told
I
it,
appreciate
for now, we
that.
might just as well wait till spring. But it will be added to the map, so,
Okay, perfect.
all right.
All right, I think
Thank you.
that's all we got. Thank you.
All right, Don, do you wanna try again? Oh, you're muted.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right, I apologize for that. I just want to echo Tim's statements there that we appreciate you letting us something in at your
Yep.
meeting. We have, here it's unique, we have Steve's Club in the northern part of the county. In the western part of the county, we have the Oswego Valley Club. And then between the two, we have a county-owned railroad bed that no club claims. And it's kind of just outlaw, everybody runs it, which no one has a problem with, but it's kind of maintained by separate towns. So we're trying to put it all together, and we'd really like to hook up with Cuba County, Jefferson County, Lewis County, and St. Lawrence County, and make the trail system so you can go just about anywhere around here. So we're just getting started on this. I appreciate you letting us set in. And for those of you that don't know me, I'm Don Hilton. I'm the sheriff here, and Tim Stahl works in tourism. So we're working with Steve Cronk, and we're just going to try to get it county-wide system, much like you guys do. I was up for the buck run. I was actually riding with our county chairman, Jim Weatherup, who has a place, he's had a place up there for 30 years and up in Branningham. And we're up there a lot riding. And I just tell you, I commend you people for the trail system up there. It's absolutely phenomenal. Any place I've ridden up there, it's beautiful. So we're going to try to just hook the two up.
Okay. I think I hit everybody. If I missed you, go ahead and anything else anybody wants to add. All right. Our next meeting will be October 28th at 4 o'clock. The same situation we are in now, except for we'll be back in the conference room. So no issues with location next month. And we'll do it online as well. Everybody's invited. If you know somebody that should be at this meeting, don't be afraid to give me their email and we'll add them to the list. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks so much.